Kennedy RK Cozy, and I'm back with another video. This long awaited time, but I am back. And I really want to discuss, we're literally gonna have a deep and detailed discussion right now because I've been wanting to do a video like this for a long time, and everything about it I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Even now, I don't even know how I'm bringing myself to do it today, but I really want to discuss the power of letting go and trusting in the universe, even if there's challenges, even when things may arise, if you're going through certain things. Like, I heard, what did this girl say? What did she say? Sometimes you think you're in the battlefield when really you're in the gym. And I was literally shaking. I was because I feel like certain things are much deeper than what it appears to be, or what just the way like you basically say it, because of course everybody's not going to understand what I'm talking about. But how I interpret that was her saying, you think that you're going through certain things to, I would say, may be dangerous or may harm you, where you don't fully comprehend that it's not sent to destroy you, it's sent to build your strength. Like, everything is not going to be meant for destruction. And I feel like that's a mindset that's kind of similar to people who stick with being comfortable, when in actuality, being comfortable is kind of fear. It's kind of you sticking to what you know in order to be able to thrive and not have to cross those barriers and boundaries that you should be able to in order to grow. So it's you just becoming more stagnant, and having the mindset of saying that, okay, I'm not in a depressive state, or I'm not going through something negative in order to, because I deserve it, or I just need this in order to grow, is what it is initially saying. Like, I don't know if I'm making sense. To me, I'm making sense. But like, let's say I'm on my way to see somebody. I'm on my way to an event or something. My car gets a flat, or my transmission blow out, whatever the case may be. Something happens to the car. Okay, then you proceed to call a friend or something, say, hey, oh, I can't do that no more, I can blah, 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 because something happened to my car. Yeah, another issue may have rose up out of that, and it may have put a damper in what you expected to do at that moment, or what you were, trying to do for that day. But when it all comes down to it, how do you know God wasn't protecting you for something of where you was trying to go, or what exactly was going to happen? That's also like being stopped by traffic lights, being stuck in traffic, because God is protecting you something that's much further ahead, that is finna happen or already happened, and you would have been stuck right in the middle of you when it got out at the perfect time, if that makes sense. Like, it's certain things like that happens in our life, and nobody really takes that, well, I'm not going to say nobody, but a lot of the people that I've come to realize that they don't take that as serious as it should be taken, because people just think that we're in just 3D world, and like nobody really knows about the 4D, the 5D. There's different dimensions that all comes together. This whole 3D thing that we're living right now, it's dimensional, but it's just as what you see. Like, people don't know that the songs we listen to, things like that, it affects you. It affects your life. It affects your mental state. Now, how you see it and how you view it is completely different for everybody. That's the whole point of free will. That's the whole point of us thinking outside the box. That's how we interpret things, is how you interpret it. I listen to YoungBoy. I mean, I know that the musical world, like, it's on a whole different, like, it's just out of this world for those that know. If you get it, you get it. But it's like, what we continue to listen to, what we see, what we say, how we live our lives, that stuff matters. And people just think you only the ones to know. You don't. This could be my 5th life. Not even in this one, literally. Like, I've been here before. People have been here before. That's why kids are so smart. That's why information that you get is stuff that's just landed in your mind. Stuff like that is called downloads, different things like that. Like, it's so much stuff that we don't fully discuss or pass by, or think that it's not as serious, it's not as deep. Them societal norms is whooping our ass, ultimately. But without further ado, I just spent like 5 minutes rambling, and we're not even on the topic of what this is what I'm talking about. My mind is all over the place. But I want to also discuss like just how transformative it can be if we're willing to actually challenge ourselves, set our self-perceptions, and knock stuff like that down to ultimately become who we're meant to be. We don't even realize that things that we may have grown up on or seen as something we're trying to hide. Like, let's say you have a big forehead, you're trying to hide your forehead. Let's say you have a big nose, you're trying to hide your nose. You have big ears, you're trying to hide your ears. Things like that. Like, even you're tall, you get, bullied for being tall. Like, it's certain things that you may have gotten bullied for. Whole time, that's something that you should be standing in your power with and actually overcoming other things with that. How we try to, let's say not we, but like how society try to paint certain things as being bad or negative could be the complete opposite. Like, you're not supposed to follow the way of the world, period. Like, God even talks about that in the Bible. But it's like, why do we still for so long try not to interpret that as something, you get what I'm saying? Like, why do we just move past certain things like that? Why do we not see it as being beneficial of following it, if that makes sense? And another thing I want to touch upon is God and divine energy runs through all things. We say God as being him, but we don't realize that it's all of our, how do I want to explain it? Because I feel like people still won't know what I'm talking about, but being that divine energy runs through all things and runs through everyone, because of free will, we're able to make our own decisions, sacrifices, everything else. We're meant to do that. That was God's gift to us. Certain things like that was the gift that he wanted us to have. I feel like by us saying him is very limiting, and not to degrade it or say that there's no God, because there absolutely is. It's just that it's not solely based on one person. It's that divine and the positive aspects of that yin and yang energy that we kind of don't interpret completely, because of course there's that balance. Everything is balanced. So if everything is balanced and there's clearly negative running loosely in the world, positive running loosely in the world, if earth is hell, let's just say that, if earth is hell and God is up there, I think what we don't know and don't fully understand is that that's his power, like the divine power of it coming down on certain people that's here. That's also like, what did I see? I feel like I'm bouncing around, and that's not what I want to do. But there is strongly an interconnectedness in life that's waiting to support us if we actually allow it to. What I mean by that is going with the flow and actually surrendering to God is something that we all have to do. And that's not going to be easy. Of course it's not going to be easy, because we're attached to our identity, and 9 times out of 10 don't even fully know what that is before we're healed or moved over and passed through the negative gunk that's perceived as our identity and personality, like different things like that. Your life has made you who you are. What you grew up on and grew up with has made you who you are, but that does not mean that is your end result and that's where you should stay. That's just what it is, because of course society has, that comes back down to the society thing, who I said society wants you to feel negative about certain things that you can't even really change about yourself, might I add. But society also has a way of creating negative beliefs, and those negative beliefs has made us resistant to the change that would make us and allow us to grow. And with doing that, it kind of stops us in our tracks, because we allow insecurity to sneak in, the lack of support that we feel like we deserve and receive. 9 times out of 10, your higher self don't even really want the people that you want supporting you around you to begin with. So it's like that down. It's like I feel like I'm jumping all over the place, but everything I'm saying is connected. Because like how I was saying before about being comfortable and wanting to stick with what you know, it kind of goes against what your higher self wants. And that also dials down back to the not creativity. What's the word I was gonna say? The comfortability that we're in. We don't want to let certain things go. We don't want to move past certain things. And if we're not willing to let that go and go with the pain of not having that one item that we deem as our world or deem as something that we need, I feel like most people will stay comfortable. Like they would rather stay comfortable in that type of thing other than, moving forward, which is crazy to me. Ideally, because I'm addicted to growth, I'm addicted to knowledge, I'm addicted to moving forward. And at one point in my life, I knew that I was allowing society norms to not say take control of my life, but kind of impact my mental health at some point. So it was like actually moving past that, it kind of just be like, I don't care what you think. Like it was just completely knocking it out. Like sometimes, some days you will have bad days, you will have moments where things will get to you, and that's okay. That's a part of being human. You get what I'm saying? Like that's normal. But don't allow it to deter you from your path or deter you from where you feel like you're meant to go, because you feel like you have to please a certain crowd or please someone that they're trying to make the decisions on your life and it's not even their life. Like we have to also, I would say another thing is we have to also not allow what somebody else wants for us to be what we have to end up with if we don't want that thing. You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, let's say you come from a family of doctors. Your parents want you to be a doctor. You want to be a painter? Go be a freaking painter, please. Like, they're going to be those people who they call the black sheep of the family, or someone that kind of go against what the family wants, but at the end of the day, it's making you happy. So why not do it? What do you have to lose if what you want to do and what you need and what you desire makes you happy and fulfills your heart, your mind, your body, and your soul? I don't care who says what about it. Do it. That's why now I'm so like, my whole life I knew I was multi-talented. I just be doing stuff, but I just kept it to myself. When I start putting those things out there, I'm not gonna say it makes a huge difference, because for some people it does and some people it doesn't. It's just that if I feel like it's something that I want to put out there, something that need to be heard, seen, or said, I'm going to do that no matter who sees it. I don't care if one person sees it. I don't care if nobody sees it. If I put it out into the world, then it's here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care who sees it, who don't see it. Like, you can dislike it. I really don't care. This is what I felt. This is what I felt called to do at this moment. I decided to share. I feel like I would be better off out in the world, seen by other people. What happens after that just happens. Like, I'm not one of those people that's crazy about certain things to where like, oh my God, like nobody like nobody like this, or somebody said something negative. I don't care. I don't. That's just me. Like, I feel like people also have like a rigid self-concept. One of the things I did learn that you can't, what is it? You have to focus and build up your self-concept, not your What is it called? Give me 1 second, because I definitely wrote this down somewhere. Also, if y'all don't have a journal, please get a journal. Like, all right. Okay, but where is it? Hold on, let me find it for y'all. What page that was? Not that page. Self-esteem. I don't know if y'all can see that part. Hold on, because what's this? Okay, kinda. It don't matter if y'all see that, but I'm gonna read it. It says self-esteem, how you feel about yourself. Excuse me. That was random. Self-concept, what you assume to be true about yourself. What do you think matters most? Your self-esteem, which is how you feel about yourself, or your self-concept, what you assume to be true about yourself. Your self-esteem is based on your emotions, which is temporary. Things come and go. It's the flow. It's like a brain. It's like emotions and things running through your brain. Again, that ties back down to the different dimensions that we're on. Energetic fields, flows. No matter which way it goes, it's going to flow. It doesn't stop. Kind of like time, but not made up. Your self-concept is your identity, which is very dominant. It's who you deem you are. So you can hype yourself up in the mirror, but if your core assumptions still say you're not enough, your reality will reflect that. That's why we have to tear down what we've known and come to know and learn to actually build up what we deem as being true. This is outside of concept, but it goes through all basics, like your life, your mental health, your physical, like everything. But self-esteem, things that can actually benefit you. I feel good about myself today. Choose self-concept. I am always valued, chosen, and prioritized. I am worthy of love and respect. I embrace my uniqueness and celebrate my individuality. Your self-esteem would just be based on very limited beliefs. Now, what do you think you should focus on? Like your self-concept or your self-esteem? One is your identity, the other one is your emotions. Seems like a red pill and blue pill scenario, but I feel like if we actually work on changing those things, it can, if you're focused more on your self-esteem than your self-concept, it can narrow down like the vision of your potential and your place in the world. Like if somebody says something negative about you and you slowly start to believe that, or you take that in, that is going to limit your growth and your opportunity, because that's ultimately how you're going to feel like you need to be viewed, or how everyone views you, and can actually take over how you view yourself. So why would we allow those very limited things to become a part of who we are, or try to dictate how we are, when it's not? Nobody knows you better than yourself and God. Your heart literally is the only thing that matters. So with Jackie, Jill, John, whoever says anything negative, I'm not going to allow that to affect me, because they don't know me. You get what I'm saying? You have to live your life in that aspect. You don't know me. I look at myself in the mirror. I talk to myself. Some people that don't even talk to themselves, they deem it as crazy. I don't care how crazy you think I am. I'm talking to myself, because don't nobody know me better than myself. You understand? I can uplift and change my whole vibration by communicating. Whether I do that with other people or myself is up to me. That has nothing to do with anybody else, but why wouldn't I talk to myself? You get what I'm saying? Like, what is it hurting at that? But that's just me. I really think I'm coming to a close here, because I kind of jumped around a lot of stuff that I'm probably gonna have to unpack, because my brain is like, my brain actually feels like it's pulsating right now. But without further ado, happy Sunday, happy Sunday, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope I sparked something in somebody to actually think about it, deter it. Like, do not let people determine who you are. Do not let people dictate how you live your life. It is yours. Can't nobody tell you how to live your life but you. Then the person standing in your shoes. Honestly, I just want to make that known. Like, don't let nobody stop you from your path, stop you from, if you trust in your intuition. I'm going to say that. If I don't say nothing else by the time I end this video, trust in yourself. Follow your intuition. I promise you, once you learn and lock in with yourself and you know where your mental health is, where you're physically, well, not even physically, if you know where your mindset is mentally and emotionally, like become emotionally intelligent and lock in with your mind, I promise you, it doesn't matter where you're going physically, because God is going to direct you exactly where you need to go. One of the things I was kind of thinking about is like moving and stuff like that. So it's like that location is what I'm confused on. But at the end of the day, I feel like I shouldn't even be worried about that, because no matter where you go, if you're abundant and your heart is pure, things that are meant to happen for you will happen no matter where you go. So you have to walk in that faith and that strength that if it's meant to be, it'll be. If it's going to happen, it'll happen. But you can't sit there and dwell on that, on if or when, where it's going to happen, because it never will. Where your mind flows, that energy will follow. So pay attention to the things that you're into, you're learning, you're seeking, like all that matters. So watch it. Be very careful. And give yourself grace in order to not dwell on negative things, if that makes sense. Like, live your life. Live your life. I'm not saying don't take everything so seriously. Like, everything matters. Everything, like, it matters. Trust me. But, trust me. But seriously, like, everything matters. But that don't mean stop living your life. You get what I'm saying? Like, we're young. Like, life is short. Like, I remember being 21, 17, 16. I'm like, dang, I can't wait to be old. But it's like that passes by so fast. So like, trust in God, walk in your faith, have faith at most. Have faith, please, by all means necessary. But don't allow the negative things that you see going in the world dictate and impact how you live your life. If you want to go on a solo trip, baby, do that. If you want to move across the country, baby, do that. I don't care. Like, do that. Like, I'm saying I don't care, like, as if you have to get my approval, but it's like, just do that. Like, just do it. You need to be repping Nike harder than Nike, for real. Like, that's what I was just telling myself yesterday. Like, girl, have some fun with your life. That don't mean you got to go out and party and drink and do it. Like, you really can do whatever you want to do. Honestly, as long as your heart is pure, you're having fun, and you're not overindulging in things that is going to mentally, emotionally, or physically bring you away, like, from God, do it. Do it. Like, time waits on nobody. Time waits on no one. Go out, explore the world, find out who you are. So when you get to where you want to be, or you trying to get somewhere, God is gonna make sure you get there, whether you know exactly where you're going or not, whether you physically can see the road or not. Ask God to prepare the table for you, baby. Room, the house, the table, the food, everything for you, and you ain't gotta do nothing but show up. Believe in that, and that's all you need, and you will succeed. Amen. But anyways, if you watched this long, thank you for listening, and I'll see you guys next time.